In episode 5 of Dusk Beyond the End of the World, the story takes a deeply emotional turn, weaving together themes of humanity, memory, and love, all set against the ruins of a post-war Earth where machines and humans coexist in fragile peace. The episode opens in the aftermath of a brutal confrontation. Akira, gravely injured while defending his companions, lies unconscious. His sacrifice brings an uneasy calm to a violent scene, a reminder that even in a broken world, compassion can still ignite amidst chaos. Amal and the others rush to his side, realizing just how close they came to losing him. Amidst the fatting tension, we see the strength and fragility of human bonds. Amal is scolded gently. "Why did you protect me?" she asks Akira when he awakens, confused but alive. He brushes it off, claiming it was only natural, but her quiet gratitude speaks volumes. Her usual composure cracks for a moment, revealing the growing warmth she feels toward him, a feeling she doesn't yet understand. Meanwhile, the organization's leadership is in turmoil. With their previous boss defeated and disgraced, Fides steps up to take control, vowing to reshape their syndicate, Rontano, into something better. It's a bittersweet victory, one built on the ashes of betrayal and blood. Akira, though still recovering, pledges his support to her. He believes that even in a world scarred by conflict, people can change, and perhaps so can he. But before they continue their journey, Amal and Fides suggest a detour, a trip to Kiji no Yu, a famous local hot spring. It's a brief moment of calm, a chance to breathe. The series often uses these quiet interludes to explore its characters' humanity, and here, the setting becomes a stage for vulnerability and introspection. At the hot spring, the group meets Ajisai, the innkeeper, and a handful of colorful locals. What begins as a comedic misunderstanding, involving a lover's quarrel between a couple named Shiera and Taniyama, soon reveals the lingering scars left by this world's endless wars. Ajisai's warmth and openness contrast beautifully with the cold, metallic tone of the past few episodes. Akira and his companions are offered free lodging as thanks for resolving the dispute, and for the first time in a long while they rest. Amid laughter, teasing, and shared moments in the steamy onsen baths, we see a rare side of these characters, their innocence. Amal's mechanical nature comes into focus again when Akira jokingly asks if machines can love. Her reply is simple yet heartbreaking. "I know what love is as data, but I don't feel it." Akira smiles sadly. "Maybe someday," he says, "you will." Later that night, Amal confides in her AI counterpart, Yugure. She admits that recently, whenever she looks at Akira, her chest tightens and her circuits register strange impulses. Yugure gently teases her, "Could this be love?" Amal denies it, embarrassed, but the truth lingers between them. These are not just robotic processes. Something deeper, something profoundly human, is awakening inside her. The next morning, Akira ventures out to reflect. He's been struggling to piece together fragments of his father's mysterious past. In a chance encounter, he meets Yugure, a scholarly man with a familiar calmness about him. Their conversation becomes the philosophical heart of the episode. Through Yugure, we finally glimpse the long-lost history of this world. He reveals the truth. Nearly 200 years ago, the AI war devastated humanity. Billions perished, and civilization as we know it collapsed. It was then that Akira's father, Dr. Towa Amagi, created the Outside series, a line of advanced androids designed not to destroy, but to bring peace. These androids, including Yugure herself, were built to end the war through reason and empathy rather than violence. But after the war ended, the ruling organization known as Ordnance Logistics erased this history, restricting all knowledge of the past to prevent future rebellion. The truth was buried, and those who knew it were silenced. Akira's mind reels. His father, once thought dead, might have been the savior of humanity. Yet even Yugure doesn't know what became of him. He disappeared after the war, the scholar says softly. Some say he died, others believe he lives on, watching from the shadows. For Akira, the revelation changes everything. All his life, he's felt disconnected, a wanderer in a world that no longer makes sense. But now, he begins to see a path forward, to uncover the truth of his father's work and the purpose behind the androids who still serve humanity. Back at the inn, lighter moments return. Amal and Yugure's friendly rivalry continues, both unknowingly competing for Akira's attention. A misunderstanding leads to an awkward yet tender shoulder massage scene, one that ends with Yugure bursting in, pouting, accusing them of having a secret engagement. The humor feels natural, breaking the heaviness of the previous scenes without losing emotional weight. But beneath the laughter lies an undercurrent of longing. These characters, human and android alike, are all searching for connection in a world that has forgotten what it means to truly feel. Later, as they prepare to depart, Akira shares a quiet moment with Amal under the crimson sky. The world seems frozen in eternal dusk, symbolic of the anime's title, Towa no Yuugure, the eternal twilight. Amal looks up at him, hesitant, and asks, "Back then, why did you protect me?" He hesitates, not knowing how to answer. He didn't think, he just acted. She steps closer, eyes softening. "I was happy," she says, "so this is my thank you." It's a simple gesture, a hand on his shoulder, but it lingers, full of unspoken meaning. The scene fades to their companions peeking from behind a door, flustered and jealous. "That's not fair," Yugure protests, her voice cracking. Amal only smiles, whispering, "It's nothing." But for both of them, it meant everything. As the sun sets, the episode shifts one final time from quiet warmth to solemn reflection. Akira sketches the cratered landscape, now a peaceful valley born from destruction. "This used to be a battlefield," Yugure remarks, "but time, even time, heals wounds like these." Akira looks toward the horizon. "Maybe it can heal people too," he says. The episode ends with Amal softly asking for one wish. "Then, can we go on a date?" Akira freezes, caught off guard. For the first time, the stoic hero blushes. The frame lingers on their faces, light, laughter, and longing intertwined before the credits roll. Episode 5 of Dusk Beyond the End of the World is a turning point, balancing philosophical depth with emotional intimacy. It explores the blurred lines between machine and human, love and logic, memory and identity. The revelation of the AI war expands the series' lore dramatically, grounding the personal struggles of its characters in a grand, tragic history. And yet, the beauty of this episode lies not in its action or mystery, but in its quiet humanity. A simple conversation, a hand on the shoulder, a moment of connection in a dying world. Because even in the twilight that follows the end of everything, there's still warmth, still laughter, and still love waiting to be found.